Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless. I'm a Monk, and today we are in Crusader Kings 3, and this video is going to be all about Intrigue. Now, I haven't really touched on Intrigue on the channel just yet. I will try and make this not too long, and I'll try and talk about a few different things about Intrigue that I think might help you in your playthroughs. Now, if you find this video entertaining, helpful, or just want to see more Crusader Kings content, then don't forget to hit that like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel. We currently have 90% of all Crusader Kings viewers not subscribed to the channel, so do us a big favor to hit that subscribe button. We also have an active and growing Discord, guys. We've got a few people in the Discord currently playing this game, so hopefully we can help each other out. The link for that will be down in the description. And, of course, if I forget anything or miss anything out, or don't touch on anything enough that you want to know about, let me know down in the comments. I'll do my very best to make a video and explain it, or maybe even just comment back to you an answer. Anyway, Intrigue, what is it? Well, basically, it's another way to win the game. You probably could win the game through Intrigue. Not alone, but it definitely helps out. Now, as you see, my current playthrough isn't going particularly great. I'm currently England. We've been going for a little while now. I have conquered other lands elsewhere, but Scotland have been a thorn in my side. And it doesn't matter what I do, I can never seem to get the alliances that I need in order to overpower Scotland. They've just been an absolute powerhouse and wrecking my game. Now, as you see, they are considerably, stronger than me. They have, even without any allies whatsoever, they outpower me. And that's kind of a problem. I can't go head to head with them. So a way of doing this is through Intrigue, or the Intrigue skill, and of course, plotting to murder them. Now, in this case, it's kind of helpful because there's no real heir. And although there is an heir, well, that heir has a brother. So if the king, for whatever reason, was to accidentally drop dead, well, that's going to be good for me, and it means that his great kingdom is going to fall apart slightly. You know what's been happening to us the early game, of maybe the first 2 or 3 times we've even played this game, we get up a massive kingdom, massive empire, and then boom, it crumbles apart and goes to different family members. Sometimes they're allied with us, sometimes they're not allied with us, and it absolutely sucks. Well, we're going to do it to them, and I'm going to show, hopefully, it working for us in our favor in this playthrough, or in this little video anyway. There are also a few different perks to talk about that kind of help us to do hostile schemes. So let's look in here, go to Intrigue. Now, I actually done a video recently talking about most of these traits, the best ones to get and stuff like that. I completely forgot and missed the Schemer. Now, it has a couple of interesting perks you can get. For instance, fabricate hooks on people. Well, that can be really, really useful if you want to kind of get their vote in certain situations. Maybe you're trying to elect someone to be the next heir of your kingdom. Fabricating a hook on one of those vessels to make them do what you want could be very, very, very useful for you. But swift execution gives us a +30 to murder scheme power. Now, we don't currently have that, but it is very, very useful if you do. Also have a job done right. This is hostile scheme success chance +25 again. All this is decent bonuses. We also have twice schemed, meaning we can run 2 hostile schemes at the same time. Now, there is always something that I want to do, like literally always. So being able to run 2 hostile schemes at the same time, maybe even have 2 murder plots going at the same time. So useful. It can be used for different things, like I said, but these are a couple of things that could be really, really useful. You also have the Schemer. It doesn't tell you what it does, but I will. Now, the Schema gives you a +5 to Intrigue, which is quite a big bump. That's 5 stat points there. You also get a 25% boost to your hostile scheme power as well. Like I said, this is really, really useful. And there's a couple of things here which is really good. Also, what I like to pick if I was in this area and I plan on doing a bit of, a few murder plots, for instance, well, to get a murder plot underway, really, you're going to need more agents working for you, given that boost. Now, you have a base boost depending on where they are, depending on the kind of power your target has, but you can boost that by hiring agents for your scheme. So this one gives you agent acceptance +10, meaning you're more likely to get those agents to help you out. If we have a little look-see down here real quick, we'll see this country here currently has a sultan. Now, his primary heir happens to be my grandson, meaning I have a good chance at not only getting my grandson on the throne, but also having a nice, powerful ally for me as well. And all I'd have to do to make that happen is to make the sultan here accidentally chip on a teacup. As we can see with what we've got set up currently, we would have a 95% success rate in order to make this happen. We'll kill off the Sultan, and of course our grandson will inherit that throne. And of course, we would inherit a pretty powerful ally with that as well. Intrigue really can be useful. I kind of slept on this for far too long in my playthroughs. I think that a few of the hiccups that I've had in different playthroughs could have been fixed by paying attention to Intrigue. It's also a really good idea to note what else you have to help you when it comes to making these hostile plans actually work. So if we go to our council, you can actually change your spy master to support schemes instead of the disrupt schemes. And then you can also have your queen support your spy master's current task as well. This will boost up your chances of your scheme actually succeeding. Now, we currently have a plot to murder the King of Scotland because, quite frankly, he's been an absolute git, like I said earlier. We're going to try and see how that plays out in just a second. But first of all, let's go along to actual Intrigue. There we go. As you can see, this is our current hostile scheme. Now we have 15 agents, guys, 15 agents to help us make sure this works. And all these agents are pretty much from his court, which is quite cool. Some of them may not be, but a lot of them are. You can also invite, it will tell you how many people you can invite or who you have a chance of inviting. And you'll see here, it will say that here, complete refuse. There's nothing you can do. Generally, you can bribe them or use a hook on them if you have them available. But if you scroll down, there we go. We can see that the chieftain, she can be convinced because it says it can be convinced. But to do this, we don't have a hook, but we can simply bribe. Costs a little bit of money, but it will boost up your chances for every agent you have of your hostile scheme actually working. Now, like I said, we're at 95%, and as far as I know, you can't possibly get any more than that. So we're going to have a little fast forward and see how our hostile scheme actually progresses. Now, I find it to be really, really useful, hostile schemes. Like I said, I kind of didn't use them for a very, very long time. But it is so useful. We just had a daughter, so let's just skip through that. We will be progressing any second now. But like I said, guys, don't sleep on Intrigue. It's really, really useful. Of course, this you can also do at home Intrigue as well. So you can, if someone doesn't like you, for instance, in your court, it's very important to keep these guys happy. So you can sway them. And the sway scheme works really well to kind of constantly try and better your chances. And as you can see, we finally have our murder plot ticking over. We have a 95% chance to to kill them in a forest, apparently. And there we go. He is gone. But more importantly, with him gone has emerged Wales. Hey, who would have thought it? I certainly haven't played through this before. But the point is Scotland has been fractured by quite a bit. You know, they've taken quite a considerable amount of land. All of Wales has been taken. A little bit up here of Scotland, a little bit of land up here on Wales as well. And now I'm able to kind of attack the parts of Scotland or the parts of Wales that I'm actually able to manage. You know, it's more bite size. And it's all about chipping away at your enemy after all, especially if you're facing one that is considerably stronger than you military-wise. But guys, I hope this has helped. I hope you've learned something. I hope maybe you think about using it a little bit more than perhaps you did before. Like I said, my very next plan is going to be to put my grandson on the throne. That's something that I absolutely want to happen. I can go for the murder plot right now. I already have the agents in place, which is brilliant. There's 3 agents there doing that. And within a year, we will hopefully, all things going right, have another leader taken off the throne and someone else better, at least for me, being put on it. Like I said, within 2 years, I have managed to pretty much severely handicap Scotland. And of course, I'm going to be gaining a powerful ally down here in the south as well. It may be a little bit far away, but trust me, it works. We'll just fast forward this and hopefully we don't get that odd 5%. But guys, like I said, I hope this has helped for you guys. Hopefully you've learned something. If you have, awesome. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or perhaps I didn't explain anything enough for you, pop it down in the comments or join the Discord and we'll try and have a chat. And as we just seen there, we've killed the Sultan. And of course, now our grandson is on the throne down here too. And of course, having other members of your house on different thrones definitely isn't bad for your dynasty score either, because the more people you have from your house in places of power, the more points you are going to be earning every turn. But guys, that's it from me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.